Sorry, guys.
I wonder what became of you. If anything remains of so strong a spirit.
No. They just stood around in a circle and didn't say anything. Ranvi put her hand on her shoulder. That's where we're at.
You have taught Tovi well. Through her you live on.
Uh-oh. Who's this grave for? There's no one in that grave. Yikes. Well, we gotta go pledge ourselves on the Alliance map. Need to talk to the assassins.
Eivor. How do you feel, Eivor?
I would rather not talk about it.
I
Emerson. She stopped talking. Why did she... Dude, what is happening? What is happening with this game, man?
The Order in
It's
Winchester
broken.
has been wiped out, but we are no longer welcome there. My contact was none other than King Alfred himself. The Order wanted him dead, so he fought back.
Alfred. The line between friend and enemy is a porous one.
110% finish. Oh my god. Dude! There we go. I have a theory. A game theory. Let me see something. You know what happened? You know what happened? Look at, do you see all these 160s? Okay. Okay. So, you know how I was like, oh my god, I can't believe it's 250 because London is power level 250? Or not London, wherever we just did. Kent didn't complete this place. This place is what? Winchester. Kent didn't complete properly. So it didn't unlock our next places to go. Our game literally glitched out and barred us from going to all these places. So how many places do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dude, that's a fucking broken glitch. I can't believe that happened. I'm actually gonna go to Reddit and report that to the devs. Yeah, it was a fake grind. I've never seen that, because like we were 180 when we hit the break. We made it up to excuse me, we were 170. We made it up to 195, and then we did that mission, which like it looked easy, but I was like on point. Like I turned my brain on to deal with it. Yeah, look at all these. There's 3 160 places. That's the 90 power gap. That's really disappointing. I can't believe they would let a bug like that stay in the game. That's incredible, dude. Where do we want to go? So many options now.
My mind is fixed on Sussex. Bassam and I have a chance to save Sigurd. But we will need an army.
That is for you to decide. The more alliances you have, the better your chances at victory.
What of Essex?
We received a summons from the Elderman and his Lady of Colchester, requesting you specifically for a matter of great secrecy.
Foreboding. And who is this Elderman? One of King Alfred's lackeys.
According to my scouts, he is a man who cares more for his own indulgences than the safety of his people. Approach with care.
What about Lincolnshire?
A rather boisterous man named Hunwald arrived recently, wishing to speak with you. On a matter of great importance, he said.
Where is he now?
Down at the docks, carousing with my scouts and scaring the fish from the river. He waits for you with great eagerness.
He sounds charming. I will meet him at once.
Protect your ears.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I brought something for you.
We've been looking for this fish for a long time.
I don't have any I can turn in.
Thanks.
I must be on my way now. Goodbye.
Come visit again soon.
Here for the mead, Lord.
Where's the assassin's hut?
Survey the area, Sunan.
Well, we can go here. And where's the assassin's place?
Hello, Eivor. I've got some new pieces.
May I see?
You should buy that. This was a smart. Nothing else?
I'm off. Be well, friend.
Until next time.
I'm still butthurt. I did 6 hours of grinding.
I cleared Winchester of the Order.
Well, we'll be
To do so
ultra
meant
powerful
working
now, I
with
guess.
King Alfred.
Your poor fellow soldier led you to the King of Wessex? How very strange. He, or she, is toying with you, it seems.
Keep this. It serves your cause better than it does my pocket.
Another one. You are certainly proficient. As a token of my deep gratitude, I want you to have this.
Poisonous concoction at the tip of your arrows. Upgrade. Applied poisonous splashes in an arc. Bite of the arrow, poisoning all enemies caught in the arc. Poison strike. Upgrade. The concoction splashes in an arc in front. Okay, so upgraded both of them. I had a knot in my hair. I needed to be fixed.
I have to go.
Then go in peace.
There are new maps for you, Eivor.
What have you got for me today?
It's on your map now. There, you should be able to find it easily now. Done for now?
I'll see you later, friend.
Keep exploring.
Oh, the hunting lodge, because I
Sunan, guide me.
killed a couple legendary dudes. That is one of the worst glitches I've ever seen in a game. I will be writing a strongly worded forum post about this, and none of you can stop me. I'm out of control. My anger knows no bounds.
Impressive. Never seen anything like it.
Hollowed monolith scheme. Scarati scheme. What do we do with the schemes? Welsh hunters warned me, no kingdom shall take the hills owned by the beast. They showed me skulls reduced to powder and tracks the size of Roman baths, now proudly displayed in the wall. When Bisphoric moved, one lonely wolf stayed. Diocese dare not fight it, for locals claimed it haunts the land on behalf of Simon the Zealot, who was crucified there.
Happy to say I've refreshed my stocks.
I have something that may interest you.
Unless you get a season pass free.
I
That would
could
be
really
nice.
use this. I knew I could count on you. Bringing me this would be helpful. Good. This will help the settlement. We always have need for this.
I demand to speak to Ubisoft's
Come
manager.
now.
I'm off. Be well, friend.
Until next.
Petra,
Eivor, how are you?
I should go. Let's talk again soon.
This should go fast because we cleared Lincolnshire. We got literally everything yesterday. Where's the quest, though? Oh, I have to speak to Hunwald.
I'm here for the mead, Lord Boy.
You may think this odd, but our lively chatter here has inspired in me a short poem. May I recite it for you?
Go on, Lord the Boy. Make me tremble.
Oh, indeed, I shall try. I call it Ode to a Hungry Flame.
Another skull come to join us?
Me? Oh, goodness, no. I'm no skald, no. Just a humble nobleman with an interest in versification. An amateur, really. Shall I continue?
I'm not here to judge your poems, Lord. Speak your purpose or down your meat.
Yes. Sorry. I have come with the hope of meeting Eivor, the great warrior of this clan. If such an audience is possible.
You're talking with her now. And you are?
Ah, by God's blood! My day begins with a lash of good fortune. I am Hunwald, loyal son of Lord Hunbeor, the current Ealdorman of Lincolnshire. May God keep and cure him. You see, my father is ailing, and in his delirium, evil men have corrupted his judgment. A secret and powerful order, if the whispers are true. Only a month ago, without forewarning, Mercian soldiers chased me, his only son, from my home. I know not why, but I do know my father would never have ordered my exile.
Outcast from your family. That is a hard road to walk.
Could one of your clan help me return to Lincoln? March beside me through the city gates and set me at my father's noble feet once again.
If I knew my father was ill and beyond saving, I would ready myself to take his place. Will you take up his burden, should he fall?
Oh, banish the thought that such a great man should perish. But if he were to pass... Yes. Yes, I believe I could. I must.
You sing a sad song, Hunwald of Lincolnshire. A son robbed of his father's protection, now desperate to prove his honor. How far will you go to regain it? To a bloody end?
Oh, indeed. I will plunge into the heat of battle to defend my father, knowing our cause is a righteous one.
All right, young lord. My clan has need of me just now, but when I'm ready, we'll find your father together and right the wrongs you've suffered.
God praise you, Eivor.
I won't be leading you into the heart of a shield wall, but there will be danger. I want your word. You will follow my orders to the rune.
I am yours to abuse.
If it comes to that.
I'll wait for you in my safe haven, Bottleston to the northeast. From there, we shall make our way to Lincoln.
Goodbye,
He's another hobbit.
Lord Boy. Safe travels.
God bless and keep you all.
I fear I may be escorting that boy to his own execution.
That might shut him up.
The Way of Hunwald. Where is it?
Surveyor misleading.
Hold there, stranger. Stop there, you. It's getting to the point. Hold there, you.
See, Hunwald's back, drinking and jabbering as always.
Hun who?
Hunwald, son of our elderman. Thinks himself a real wonder, slouching with the common folk.
Leave him be. If a man wants to drink in the dirt, let him.
So this is Hunwald's safe haven.
Will you be a Mercian Shire today? Tomorrow, the Kingdom of Lindsay will rise again, as free as the wind on the back of my neck.
Your line of kings died long ago, Hunwald. We're in Lincolnshire now. Do you need a map to remember?
Alfgar, my dear man, I do not need a map to prove what my bones know for truth.
Hunwald, who is this stranger?
Eivor, come, sit. Bread and ale, please, alewife. I have been discussing my delicate situation with Alfgar here.
Lord.
He is a nobleman like me, one of Lincolnshire's sturdy thanes.
Hunwald's idea of sturdy is a mug of ale that won't tip over.
Alfgar has pledged his loyalty to my family, the House of the Ferocious Swan. With his influence and your might, we shall rid Lincolnshire of the ruffians who plague this land.
Is this the prequel to
Once
Untitled
and for
Goose
all.
Game?
We're going to see your father, Hunwald. That's all.
Indeed, Eivor. With speed and purpose. You are the axle to my wheel, the spark to my tinder.
Hunwald, I don't know your friend here, and not knowing him, I don't trust him.
I'm his voice of reason, Eivor. And I've told him 1,000 times it's too dangerous for him in Lincolnshire.
Listen, I've come to escort you to your father's side. We go now, or I walk.
Ah, yes, to Lincoln! Away! But with care. The road between here and there is teeming with brigands who wish me dead.
You daft lump of lard! A single Dane will not protect you against the whole of Mercia's army.
I think you're wrong, Alfgar. And here she'll prove it.
I'm hot for a fight, Snowdog. Give me half a chance, I'll stove your heathen face right in.
Have you ever seen a blood eagle, my Saxon friends?
A what?
A blood eagle. A raw, magnificent bird I'll tear from your guts. First I crush your ribs. Then I pull out your lungs and stretch them into wings so you can fly to your heaven as fast as possible.
Jesus, fucking heathen.
Danny Fox. That was incredible. Like watching a captain navigate the roiling waters of an angry river. I must void my bladder, Eivor. Then we shall set forth in search of adventures new.
You travel with a marked man at your side.
He's with me. He'll be fine.
If I had a scribe jot down all the occasions I'd warn that stupid boy, I'd be the most written about man in history.
Alfgar, the boorish nag of Lincolnshire. I told Hunwald to stay near. Where did he wander off to? Hunwald's in trouble.
They call this pasty whelp a lord.
Look at him, soft as unbaked bread.
Villains! Leave me be!
We need to stop.
Littering away!
Leave him be!
Jesus! He's brought a bloody pain!
Oh, I have been struck down, pruned within an inch of my life. I will survive. I must. Continue as you would, Eivor. And if I should expire, avenge me. I live! I am alive! Heaven have mercy!
Are you hurt?
Unbelievable! The Battle of Bottlefston will be remembered for years to come! Alfgar! We have won our first great victory!
Hunwald, are you hurt?
Never better,
We should get to Lincoln as quickly as we can.
Yes, you're right. Let's depart. What horrible souls are hunting me? Me, the son of a beloved elderman. Was it naive of me to believe my status as a nobleman held some sway over the churls and serfs of this shire? What cause have any to dishonor me?
Dude, this guy really is a hobbit. Real.
What were you told when the gods exiled you?
Oh, scraps of nonsense. I woke to screaming. A man grabbed me, said I was an immediate danger to my father. Ha! Horse pucky! Mercian soldiers then shackled me, rode me blindfolded to the River Wash, and told me plainly, start anew elsewhere or face death in Lincolnshire.
What did they mean?
Oh, some nonsense about me praying. Oh, some nonsense about me praying for his death, hungry for his inheritance.
Speak plainly, Hunwald. I cannot help you if I don't know the full story. You hold no grudge against your father?
No, never. No, I suspect the order... Here's Lincoln. City of my birth, the cauldron of my present sorrows.
Trust me. Been here before. No. Why wouldn't it trigger?
Flank the idiot! Press hard!
Is this not his home?
Stretch your wings, Swan. To get on the other side.
Oh.
Have your good shouts.
My lord stumbled.
Hunwald! Praise God you live! I do, my dear Regenhair. Body and soul. Tell my father his son has returned and in fighting form. It is urgent I speak with him.
I'm sorry, Lord, but your father has been taken.
Taken? When?
Weeks ago, Lord. And well ill he was when they carried him off. I wish I could say more.
Who took the Elderman? Was it soldiers or men of God?
There were men with swords, and those of the cloth. And a healer, too. One who had oft been a guest in this house.
Galwina. One of the sisters my father put great faith in. He still has friends in Lincoln. That's a good sign.
Bishop Herefrith among them. He's kept a vigil at the town hall, looking after things in your father's absence until he returns.
Will we find trouble there? At the town hall?
You mean soldiers and the like? Aye. There have been many, many more about since your father took his leave.
Right. We'll find a quiet way in if we can.
Hunwald's pillow. The fairest maiden to sail across the sea. With a blade in her hand and no time for me. A delicate flower, her complexion ruddy. With raw strength enough to beat me bloody. Thy name is charming as though God had humor. The son of a Dane is more than just a rumor. I am bound to thee, we go hand in hand. For love I will one day seal with a band. It's not bad.
I wish you the best of luck in your endeavors, Dane.
My lord stumbled again and took to bed in early noon, keeping to his tomes and scrolls, made some commentaries on the former kings of Lindsey, was cheery in spite of a full season of feeling unwell. It feels poorly today. Some food went down and then came up. I supplied him with water and mead, same result. Hunwald arrived in the evening and stayed by his father's side, talking loudly of a Dane lady he has befriended in the north. Another day of weeping and prayers. The Lord says he feels as if he has swallowed a live hedgehog and a cricket, and now the former deigns to chase the latter about his insides. Hunwald has not seen for many weeks. His father seems not to notice his absence. Soldiers arrived at the behest of Abbess Akka and bade my lord follow, which he did without complaint. Continue the daily chores, not knowing if or when I shall see my lord again. Yet with so much time freed up, I dare note here that my Latin has improved with practice. To one day read the scriptures myself in the Holy Roman tongue be a blessing indeed. I pray for my lord's safe return, but not so soon.
Who was that fellow? Reagan hair? He's an old fixture of my family's household. Loyal to the end. He helps run the place, and he's known me since I was but a little lordling. A simple fellow, but worth every pinch of his salt.
The guards here are vigilant.
We need to blend in somewhere. Why did... Oh no, the controller disconnected! Not like this, not like this, not like this.
Stop.
Wait, I thought we got all the wealth here. Why is there wealth? Huh?
We watch each other's backs!
This was not worth a nickel ingot. No, don't step on the client. We can't get through the door. He's blocking the door. What a disaster. Will he path up here? I don't know. Yeah, he's coming. Oh, he glitched out. He doesn't know what to do. Oh, I jumped out of the castle. I'm smooth. Green.
Help! What?
Show me what lies ahead.
How does it want us to get there? Over there.
Singulus rebus longe, incomprehensibile gludas qui erat, disciples homines.
Lads, there's work to do. Over here! An intruder, man!
He glitched out again?
Lincoln seems a good place to trade. Does it? The market is flush with goods.
Yes, it must be. Growing up, we never wanted for anything.
Work with me! Over here, boys!
I kind of just want to cap out the yellow skill tree now, because we have so much of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that would be it.
Growing up, we never wanted for anything in my father's home. Bread and poultry and field fruits of all manner. I suppose this is where our servants purchase them. Archer! Herevri! Tell Lord Hunbeor his son has returned!
My lord, you're well.
Lord Hunwald, you should have sent forewarning of your return to avoid the violence that dogs you. Lives might have been spared.
Why so surprised to see my return, Bishop? Was I rumored dead?
Oh, worse than dead. It is my reluctant duty to report the rumor that you were lost in the north, bedding a Dane on some squalid farm.
I'm not the Dane he's been plowing, and I don't own a farm.
I know you mean well, Bishop, but there's no cause to insult Swanborough's honor. You leave my lady love out of this.
Ah, your mystery Dane has a name. Sadly, the people of the Shire will.
I like the nun to the side, just like
now that you have swelled your father's
really
tolerance for
amused by
pagans
this.
into a sin.
I have no patience for insults and rumor. We've come to speak with Lord Hunbeor. That's all.
Lord Hunbeor has gone, I'm afraid. He would not say where to, but I'm sure he will return shortly. Once the storm has passed.
What on earth do you mean by that? What storm?
Your father feared for his life, Hunwald. In his weakened state, he could not defend himself. Not against a Dane, certainly.
How dare you? Eivor is above reproach.
See this from my view, Hunwald. You arrive after a strange absence, with a hired Viking in tow, demanding to see your father. This does not, in my estimation, imply benign intentions.
If I meant to murder you, these stones would be slick with your gore already.
Such violence. Good heavens! God must have purpose for you pagans in his holy plan, but I confess to utter bafflement.
Hunwald, your father was at my hospice for a time, but he left of his own accord without saying a word. That's all we know.
I bet she's the...
Come, Abbess. We should leave this young lord to his scurrying thoughts. There is nothing more of use we
I'll
can
say it in a sec.
Take care, my boy.
Stay within these walls where you're safest. I will have a look around, see what I can learn about your father.
If my father spent time at the hospice here, the healers who work there may know something. Talk to them if you can. Find out what they know.
So, she... Her outline looks a heck of a lot like the Rake, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong here. Crozier. In speaking with Hunwald, I've learned that the Crozier has been exiled by a secret group. Huh? Wait, so he's the Crozier? That's most definitely a cross on his chest, and he has a beard.
Something on your mind?
Eivor, I realize the strides you've taken to aid me. My oath to you will last an eternity.
You will owe me a blood oath when all our work is done.
Blood? Dear Lord.
Wait here till I return.
I really love that they gave her a personality. So just letting her be a
Can
cipher.
your God speak through you, Herefrid? Can you tell me where the Elderman is?
Our lord is not a trained dog who speaks on command. My goodness.
When did you last see the Elderman?
Leave us be. It is not your place to be asking such questions.
There's no one else left to talk. Said search the hospice. There's like nothing here, dude. What are we searching for? We talked to the healers. There's another glitch. Floating candle flames. Cool. Should I reload? Oh, this isn't the hospice. I'm so dumb. Yeah, that's it, horse. Come out of the wall. Let's go. He can't go down the stairs.
Hunwald's father was recuperating here not long ago. Someone may have seen him depart.
Do you know where your Elderman is?
I can tell you a few things, but not here in the open. Follow me.
She's not going anywhere.
This is far enough. Tell me what you know.
Oh, I know loads of things about our Elderman. I know his favorite foods. I know when his bedclothes get changed. And I know he hates being bled with leeches. That sort of thing.
But where has he gone?
Ah, where? I have no bloody idea. Is that what you asked me?
Forget it. Are you the head sister?
Please, don't hurt me. These poor souls need me.
Calm, sister. Lord Hunwald sent me. He asked me to speak with the people here.
Hunwald? That's not a name I expected to hear again.
No harm will come to you or those you care for. I'm only looking for your Elderman.
I'd be risking my neck telling you anything. And if my head rolls, these sick and ailing folk will follow me to the grave.
Your Elderman would agree. So the sooner I find him, the more quickly these prowling gods will leave your hospice.
That's a pleasant thought. Our lord was in a bad way here, and getting worse, in spite of our efforts. Then, quite against my instruction, some guards moved him out. I overheard them talking about a bathhouse. There's no working bathhouse in Lincoln. So, I gather they meant the old ruins just south of here, by the eastern walls.
Ruins just south of here. I will look there. Thank you.
I pray you find him. He's in desperate need of care. Help him! Help him!
just let those Mercians nobles use our tunnels, if you ask me. What choice do we have? At least this way. Cross take you.
He's freaking out.
Gonna need wings!
We've been here before.
If I see these tunnels run deep, was the Elderman fleeing to a hideaway beneath Lincoln?
Damn it!
This place is heavily guarded.
More Mercians traipsing across our routes. Can't piss from here to Bolingbroke without someone demanding some ungodly deal. All this traffic has made smuggling a difficult job. Smuggling will always be difficult. But I prefer it to paying tribute. Never again will we bend to the Mercians.
There was fighting here. About what? A violent struggle between nobles and bandits. The bandits did not fare so well. A noble's cloak with the image of a swan. Looks like the Eldermen passed this way. Door that would love to meet this key.
New proposition, Orvin. We have received an offer from an unnamed Saxon requesting safe passage through the sewers to Bolingbroke. The amount is considerable, which leads me to believe they have something of great value they cannot afford to be seen with. Insist on seeing what it is before accepting their offer. If it merits it, double the amount. If they refuse, kill them. Lucian.
A Saxon nobleman paid some bandits for permission to sneak through these tunnels on their way to Bolingbroke Castle. Mercian nobles made a deal with some bandits. Paid them hush money to let them sneak through these caves. When the time came, the bandits ambushed the nobles. But it did not end well for the bandits. In the struggle, the Elderman's cloak was torn off. But he got away and headed east for Bolingbroke Castle. That's my best lead.
Oh, we can just teleport there. Oh, there's no fast travel there? Okay. Why did I bag it? Please.
Fresh air.
Yar, there be fish.
Look at all those delicious fish.
We need 5 of these to lay that stone. It's nibbling. Doesn't want to bite. There's a snake somewhere right here. Oh, there it is. A snake. I don't see anything. Near our cast. Should be enough. Killed my horse, you bastard.
My eyes see. This area is off limits.
I just want to enter as close to the castle as I can. Fuck.
see you, old friend.
There's nowhere I can climb. Oh my god. I don't want to fight the whole castle like I had to the last time I was here.
Stretch your wings, Sunan.
Fuck, dude.
I'm on the right track. That keep is well protected.
God's name we're here for. Hunwald is his old prisoner.
He's an ill man, leave him be. Besides, we ain't got it too rough. We can hunt in the wolds of Lynn.
Don't let us lose!
Press hard!
Spread out!
We read this. Where is this nerd?
You carried yourself as a true-born king, born in a time of wolves. You have earned a long rest. Thank you, beautiful Galwin. So firm is your loyalty. None know me as well as you do. Thank you, Lord. There now, my lord. All is prepared. Shall we begin the washing? Hey, who comes? Welcome, stranger. Are you here to pay tribute to our Lord Ealdorman?
Your Ealdorman is long past the days of good conversation.
Yet still he makes good company. I've been instructed to wash and prepare his earthly vessel.
Instructed by whom?
Soldiers. They brought him here as he protested, feebly. I did my best to make him comfortable, until he slipped away.
Why has your Elderman's death been obscured? The people of Lincolnshire deserve to know his fate. Hunwald, above all.
When the guards put him in my care, I was told to keep all this a secret. Until the appointed time. When I asked who gave these orders, they struck me. I wish I could say more.
I have seen all I need to, but Hunwald will need proof.
Of course. You're welcome to search through his effects, though I'm not sure what trinket would best serve your purpose.
I'll find something. Dried herbs and berries, crushed into powder.
The time between my lord's departure and his burial is longer than usual. My lord must keep up appearances for his upcoming rites.
Left him here, they did, weak and frail. Carried him by his arms, feet dragging behind, dropped him to the floor with a thud. No way to treat an alderman, not right, not right. But no better place for him, no. Lord Hunwald has found his way into my company. My tenderness I will share. It's what he deserves.
A box of musty clothing, and a brooch with a crest. The house of the ferocious Swan. This will do. I'll return this brooch to Hunwald in Lincoln. I hope the poor boy can withstand such ill news.
Regnal Tribute Illuminated Text, Genealogy of Anglian Kings of the Lindsey. Our kings who under God and Woden ruled shall be remembered. Their line is endless as the great sky, as they rule the land of Lindisi. For the Britons and Anglians alike, we kneel to them. Woden, Krita, Kuild, Gils, Cade Bed, Baba, Beta, Biscuit, Jan Fruth, Jan Yata, Aldfrith, Hungarth, Hunbeort, Hunwald. Final name is scratched out from this plume.
Take care.
And you. I shall take you to your family crypt at Nettleton within Lincoln. There, you may lay beside your forebearers, the great and glorious kings of Old Lindsey. Please, do not desecrate our lord.
I am Dane, not a cruel grief-monger. Foul rat droppings everywhere.
Even in death, my lord is a friend to all of God's creatures.
I do not know what this is, and I'd rather not ask.
Yes, I thought the same. Troubling.
Yikes.
Gentle if they spot me.
Eivor! What news?
Your father is dead.
Wait, what?
The sigil of Hunbeor's house. I found it near his body.
No. No, this cannot be. He was strong, a pillar of Lincolnshire. He cannot be gone. He...
Oh, you poor boy. I'm so sorry.
I am a man, Archer! Do you hear me? I am a man and I am my father's son! Do not forget it!
He has been dead for some time. That was obvious by the state of his corpse. One of you knows more than you're letting on.
I'm sorry, Hunwald. I had already asked a priest to administer last rites when your father disappeared.
What?
I didn't tell you sooner because I thought by some miracle he had survived.
You lied to me!
You silly, sobbing mooncalf. Will you never grow up?
Lord have mercy on that woman. She should have said something. It was her duty to say something.
You need a new Elderman here, and it falls to King Ceolwulf to make that choice.
For once we find agreement, Eivor. The nobles here will convene a Shire moot to select a new candidate. The winner will stand before the king for approval.
Explain how this works, your Shire moot.
A moot is a meeting of lords. We convene from time to time to steer the course of our Shire.
It was always my intention to convene a moot, but between our troubles in Lincoln and the bandits' raids, we slipped into a pattern of convenience.
Hunwald is an obvious candidate, but I don't trust any of you beyond the tip of a spear. I'll see to it that he's protected until your Shire moot gathers.
None here wishes the boy ill, but do what you think necessary.
Apart from Hunwald, who else will stand for the Elderman's seat?
If I may be so bold, I should like to put my name forward. Under my care, this Shire has found some peace this past month.
I will offer my name as well. My family has ancient ties to this land, and I am proud to say I have forged quite a friendship with the Danes to the north.
Good. My priests will spread word of the moot across the Shire, and will convene in a few days' time.
Do visit my estate, Eivor. I have something for you. Something I think you'll enjoy.
I'll find the time.
Eivor, a word if you don't mind.
Is the word Christ or pagan?
I deeply regret my churlish ways when we first met. I did not treat you as my god commands, with kindness and love.
Love is a difficult feeling to command.
Yes, quite. In any case, thank you for putting this mystery to rest. I do hope we'll see you at the moot.
With Hunbeorth's death an open secret, Hunwald's enemies may strike again. I should find him before they do. Archer went to console him. I should follow her.
Everyone's sus. So we gotta get this and this, and we'll have the entire freaking tree.
Archer, where is Hunwald?
I tried to console him, but he pushed me away. I love the boy, I do. But I fear what would happen if he took his father's title. He's fragile and scattered. I saw him ride north, following the paved Roman road. To the old tall tree where he often passed time with his father, I imagine.
Hunwald loved you like family, and you lied to his face.
In my way, I was trying to protect him. Saint God, give me strength.
Oaths and ale work better than your prayers and saints.
I must beg forgiveness from my God. The Lord lifts up the meek, We must praise him.
Wait. He went that far? What? I'm guessing that's the tree. One would assume.
These woods, Father. Oh, these woods. I remember the days we spent here.
Hunwald and Swan Burrow.
Hello? Eivor? Is that you?
You can see me, you fool.
Eivor, what a pleasant surprise. Would you
What an
drink with
asshole!
me?
What is this deer doing?
Hunwald.
Come, sit. Stay with me a while and contemplate the view.
Be easy with your grief, Hunwald. If you're not careful, it's a poison you'll bear in your blood for the rest of your life.
No need to worry, for I have found the antidote for it.
Do not gorge on grief, nor give in to sadness. But let your aching love light the mead of your eyes, and lead you to triumph.
That is quite lovely. My father would have liked you. He liked all those who could swing a sword and speak a verse with ease. He and I used to wander up this way all the time. He would take me hunting, and I would catch the most wretched little things if I caught anything at all. I was a rubbish hunter. But he always said he was proud. Each and every time.
A toast. To this great land that bore you. It was here long before your father, and it'll be here long after he's gone. Skull!
Skull! and then my father says, it's the right goat, but it's the wrong end. Oh, my Swanborough loves that one. She has a great sense of humor, my lady love. Father would have liked her.
Right. Your Dane lady love. She sounds lovely. Too lovely to be real.
You know what? We should visit her. We should go to Grimsby. Yes, yes, there's no time to lose.
After you.
Nothing like drinking and riding to jostle your troubles away.
And the contents of your gut.
Now come and enjoy the splendor of my Shire.
You Saxons and your tiny splendor. You have never seen mountains, have you? Or deep fjords like a giant's axe wound. Or towering falls that steam in... Snow sparkling like a blanket of jewels. That is splendor.
Well, if your homeland is so splendorful, why come to England at all?
You cannot grow crops on a blanket of jewels.
Ha! Very true.
I'll admit, your countryside does take the breath away.
Quite so, quite so. I love this land. And should I follow my father's footsteps, I shall do my solemn duty to protect her. I know many think me foolish, inexperienced. But I would ask that they judge me by my future hopes, not my past reputation. If I am given sway over this land and show myself to be a poor leader, shame me, punish me, of course. But give me that chance. By God, I just want to have that chance.
What was that?
Birds, Eivor! Has no one told them today is a day of grief?
Shh! Quiet. Stop here. Something isn't right. I'll find the trouble before it finds us.
Eivor, I am sweating from head to toe. Do not... Oi!
Hush. Stay down. Stay calm.
Close.
Now you pay for your sins!
Now!
God damn you!
Well struck, Eivor!
That's twice they tried to kill you, Hunwald.
And twice failed.
We had luck, but if you're not more careful, they will succeed. Someone in Mercia wants you dead, and they'll kill anyone in the way to see it done.
Yes, including my dear Swanborough, my lady love. Come, let us hurry away.
I am serious, Hunwald. Are you hearing me?
Plain and clear. Follow me.
Hunwald, are you sure this place is safe?
The safest spot in the Shire, yes. Here I am with a chance to be Alderman, but I have yet to prove myself worthy. To you, to the Shire, to her. I can do nothing without my darling lady. You've made me realize how much I've neglected her through this fatal stupor of mine.
This I must see for myself.
He's glitched because I'm on his horse, I think. I don't know. It's really gonna walk the whole way? That must be the house up there, at least.
Oh, thank the heavens! There she is!
Hunwald, I thought for sure you'd be dead. Why didn't you send word?
It has been far too long, my little jewel. I'm so very sorry for that.
I'm fine, my love. I wilted without you, but still I grow. And who is this?
Ah, yes. I am proud to present Eivor of the Raven clan.
Hello, Eivor. A pleasure to meet you.
And you, Swanborough. I wasn't sure what to make of Hunwald's stories, yet here you are.
Surprised to find a Dane by his side?
Not quite. I'm surprised to find a Saxon at yours. Hunwald seems to endear himself to all sorts.
Eivor agreed to help me find my father. But I'm afraid it hasn't gone as well as I'd hoped.
What's happened?
My father is dead. Died of a cruel disease, apparently. Then shunted off to a cellar for burial.
Oh, my love, I'm sorry.
And someone in your shire wants to make sure Hunwald follows his father to the grave.
Let them try. I'll cut their throats.
A shire moot will soon be held. Hunwald should stay here out of sight until he can attend.
What if I left it all behind, my love? Forget my father's seat. What if I stayed here with you? Just the two of us.
Hunwald, no. This Shire must be led with courage and heart. Follow in your father's footsteps and lead the Shire as he did.
Whatever strength you lack, you have in Swanborough. Heed her advice.
Yes. If anyone can lift my spirits in time for the Shire moot, it's you, my dear.
Come inside and rest your bumbling bones, love. Be well, Eivor, and thank you.
Keep watch over that one. Men have come for him more than once.
My blade will keep him safe.
I do not doubt it.
That's it. The whole skill tree, as far as I can see.
What's going on?
This questline seems to be mostly dialogue.
Eivor, I'm pleased you came. Welcome to my estate, old friend.
Thane Alfgar. It's an impressive amount of land you oversee.
Quite right. I often get lost swimming to my island in this flowing sea of wheat.
You're flush with land and crops, to be sure. You're a brave man to flaunt your riches from this lonely hill.
It's not bravery, it's trust. I trust the respect I've earned keeps Saxon and Dane alike from temptation.
You said you had something to show me when we last spoke. What did you mean?
Yes, I did. Observe. This fine specimen belonged to our beloved elderman, Hunwald, before his untimely passing. He left it here when we last hunted together. I now wish you to have it.
If this belonged to the Elderman, shouldn't it go to Hunwald next?
I suppose so. But I thought you a more fitting recipient. You'd know how to use it. Now, take it and come hither. I've a rousing hunt planned for the two of us. Leave aside talk of politics and shire moots. Let us enjoy the fruits of my land together.
We're hunting or fruit picking?
Both, if you like. Whatever you fancy. I'm generous with the yields of my estate, as you will see. To be plain, Eivor, a great bear has been badgering my estate for weeks. I must do away with it, if only to prevent a future tragedy.
He's
You brought me
taking
here to hunt a bear.
Yes,
a sword
I'm so
to
pleased
fight a
you
bear.
agreed to come. I suspect you know better than most that I have what it takes to lead this shire. Though its line of kings is all but ended, the people of this land still teems with life, with promise. But today, the shire languishes. It needs the guidance of new blood.
Like me.
Sorry?
I'm the definition of new blood. It may be I should put my name in for Elderman.
There it is, that dark sense of humor. Blunt as a hammer, eh? Like the one carried by your thunder god. I don't recall the name.
Go on.
What I mean to say is, I enjoy the company of your people. Or people like you. What little I've seen of them. And I don't care what stuffy fools like Herefriv and Hunwald say. You Danes are damn decent people. Not dense at all.
Kind of you to notice.
I remember when the Danes first arrived, not long ago. The locals were
Are we hunting, Alfgar? Or is it your hope that I'll braid your hair?
Hunting, definitely! The bear's lair should be nearby.
Survey the area soon.
It's supposed to be following him. Oh, he's just walking very, very, very slowly.
Ah, my old friend Grim. How How wonderful to see you here. What a pleasant surprise.
What surprise? I came as you requested.
Yes, and how is Grimsby? How are all the other Danes?
I can't speak for all Danes, but I am well, and itching for a hunt as you made plain in your message this morning.
Yes, that's right. Very good. Speaking of Danes, I'd like to introduce you to Eivor.
He's like,
perhaps you know
hey,
each other
I'm not
as one Dane
racist.
to
Here's
another."
my Danish friend.
Don't be frightened, Grim, but I believe Alfgar has arranged for us to meet.
Oh, goodness, I've been discovered. But it's nothing untoward, I promise. I'm an honest man, and I believe that all people should live together in harmony. That's all.
Hey,
A
Eivor,
smile.
did he lure you here as well with the promise of a hunt?
Yes, hunting a bear. That's the point of all this. We're hunting, I promise.
There's a cave just up the hill there. Seems a likely place for a lair.
If the beast is as large as Alfgar claims, it'll take all three of us to bring it down.
I'm game. Let's get a new fur cloak, shall we? There's all manner of beasts in this forest. If we don't find the bear, we'll find something worth our supper.
I have a divine rule over the land on my estate.
I already killed the bear.
I have a divine rule over the land on my estate.
We're going after the
God
drunken
shall
bear.
provide. Have no worry.
But I already killed it. So what are they gonna do? Is it gonna respawn?
This is the threshold of a beast's home. There's no doubting that.
Unless I'm wrong.
That's not a bear.
Oh no, I'm wrong. We've killed these wolves before though. They just respawn.
Wolves everywhere. Not a bear in sight.
Eivor, there's something you'll want to see.
Is that? That's smoke! My God! My estate is burning like a twig!
Soon to be a sea of fire.
Eivor! You're skilled enough, and I can't tell you how to handle this, but please! My God, help me with this!
I'm in this fight with you. A clutch of puny Mercians don't frighten me.
Steel's off.
Dead! Kill the rat!
Oh my god, get off. Talk to him. No, talk to Elfgar.
The men who would see you burn are dead. Let's get these fires out.
Agreed.
What a mess. A sea of ashes. I thank you, Eivor, for doing what you could.
You're a man of many riches, Alfgar. You can rebuild.
To be sure. But I do not look forward to the toil. Sweet Lord in heaven! The bear is returned!
The Shiremoot will start soon. I should return to Lincoln to see that it goes well.
Away, beast! Away! You won't trouble me any longer!
Elgar, careful!
There, you see? Didn't I promise you a rousing hunt? Brilliant! Simply brilliant!
Mm-hmm. Weird. That whole thing was just awkward. And I'm glad it's over.
Archer, is everything ready?
The Shiremoot will soon begin. Will you join us, Eivor? We'd be comforted by your presence.
Yes, I'm curious to see this Shiremoot for myself. I will follow. When will the vote begin, Abbess?
12 able lords of Lincolnshire have already cast their stones, but they have reached a tie. 4 votes.
God damn it, we have to choose?
It now falls to you to break this impasse.
Fuck,
Me?
I don't want to.
By whose order?
You have earned the trust of our 3 candidates, it seems. Even our bishop has found a certain fondness for your hardy spirit.
It's an important vote for your people. How would you counsel my vote?
I value competent and righteous leadership, not foolish friends in high seats.
Anyone but Hunwald, you mean?
I love Hunwald, as I love my own kin. But I would not put a stone in his care without fearing for the safety of both. I pray that God guides your vote today, and not the devil, as I fear.
What?
How are you, Lord?
Have I heard aright? That you have come to break us from our deadlock?
I have, Lord. Have you any advice before I vote?
Lord Hundbeor was a bold and honest man, if somewhat reckless. I see the same qualities in his son. Therefore, Hunwald is my man.
King Ceolwulf's attendant, aren't you?
Aye. The king sends his love and support. Whatever happens here today shall have his full blessing.
He's learning fast. Good man. Good evening, Alfgar.
Eivor, I hope it's not untoward of me to solicit your support, but I do need it. The vote is closer than a cat's whisker.
It is a difficult choice, Alfgar. Know that I won't make it lightly.
Good, good. But let me say unreservedly that I am the man who will lead Lincolnshire into progress and victory.
I do not doubt your convictions, Lord.
I do.
Grim, good to see you again.
A hearty hello, Dringer. Seems Britain is getting quite used to the idea of Danes stalking her shores.
Where do you fall in this contest, Grim? Alfgar is a friend of yours, is he not?
He is, and a good man as well. But I cast my stone for the bishop.
The bishop? That's an odd strategy.
These Christians are easy to nudge about. So desperate they are to avoid a good fight, they'll agree to most anything a Dane says.
Shiremoot Invitation. This letter confirms the death of the Alderman Hunwald, who passed with dignity and grace, and whose soul now rests in the loving hands of our Heavenly Father. Council requests your presence at the coming Shiremoot as we elect a new Alderman of Lincoln, Bishop Hereford, Thane Elfgar, and Hunwald, son of Hain Beor, who select as candidates. Punctuality must be observed. Those who arrive late will not be allowed to cast their vote.
Bishop.
Eivor, I must thank you for your fearless participation in our moot.
I'm surprised to hear you vouched for me, Bishop.
I surprised myself, to be honest. But I felt it would be a good test of God's faith in my judgment. Under my guidance, this Shire is crawling back from a decade of lawlessness. God knows the love that lives in my heart for the people of Lincolnshire. I pray now that he guides your hand accordingly.
Quite a gambit, Bishop. Mad enough to work, it may be.
Well then, I thank you for what it's worth. God go with you.
A vote for Hunwald will return the House of the Ferocious Swan to its former...
How fare you, Lord?
My prayers are fervent and my will is strong, Eivor. If I am Elderman, I will bring joy to this Shire.
There is more to good leadership than merrymaking. You must be strong and stern and willing to take risks.
Of course, of course. Strength and wisdom and fortitude and all that. I shall rise above the peat moss of mediocrity. Have no fear.
That is good to hear.
A vote for Hunwald will return the House of the Ferocious Swan to its former glory.
Free men, free possible futures.
I never give it to the Christians. That doesn't happen.
Which of these sad puppets will dance best when you call upon them?
It is not for myself I must cast the stone, but for my clan. Who will serve us best in a time of true need?
You can never be certain where you stand in another's heart. Choose only for yourself.
All three have strengths and weaknesses. Though tinged with arrogance, Alfgar is competent and wealthy. He'd be a good Elderman, but a faithful ally? Hunwald is not the most cunning or clever, but he has heart and spirit. Both go a long way in times of need. Bishop can be stuffy and wallows in Christian piety, but he is wisest of the three and has already proven himself.
Yeah, but he can counsel Hunwald.
Hunwald is not the most cunning or both go along. Lead your Shire with pride, ferocious Swan.
It is decreed by this lawful Shiremoot that the Alderman of Lincolnshire shall be son of our dear and departed Lord Hunwald, Lord Hunwald of Lincolnshire.
I don't know what to say. I thank you. Deeply, madly, humbly. What more can I say? I don't know. I miss my father. I'd sooner see him standing here than... Well, I will do my best. For each and every one of you.
Let us all raise our cups. A toast to our new Alderman.
know, this Shiremoot's decision is not final, but advisory. It now falls to our newly anointed King Ceolwulf to ratify our choice. To this end, we need not worry. Ceolwulf is a friend to Saxon and Dane alike, and he is sure to approve the results. Our good and noble friend, Arthelswith.
Know it!
A septic rot
Know it!
has overtaken this Shire. A sickness for which there is
Never
only
trust the
one
Christians.
cure.
Your Grace,
Fuck them.
what is this?
Jesus Christ.
Nobles of Lincolnshire, stand fast!
For the glory of
Always
the
with the
ancients,
shanking.
leave none alive!
I knew it. I knew it. So good at this game. Bishop Herefrith, Warden of Wealth. Find and assassinate the Crozier. Prios Herefrith, the Crozier. Crozier was approached by a member of the Order when he was only a young churchgoer. He found purpose in spreading their message throughout Wessex before reaching the rank of Priost, at which he returned to the home of Lincolnshire, absence of authority and direction. There he took advantage of a fragile political hierarchy, gained power over the disenfranchised, leading them to fulfill the Order's agenda.
Is this how the guard welcomes a new Elderman? Bastard Bishop. What's his endgame? This one's gone. Find those who still draw breath. Polish your ass, Hunwald. The Elderman's seat is yours. As your war council, I suggest you waste no time in catching this grief-tosser. He won't be far.
We should first bury our dead, no?
That choice is yours to make, Elderman.
Yes. Yes, of course. We'll bury our dead, then raise a feared.
I am at a loss for words. A trusted man of the cloth. I will pray for these martyrs, and tend to the remaining wounded, until the last man walks free.
Be well, Archer.
And you, Eivor. May God, or the gods, protect you.
Valkyries have little to choose from. So many innocents cut down.
Herefrith, the bog rat, the shit-eater. The devil has him, that's plain to see.
Bloody murderer! Oh, Shire! What remains? My heaven waits.
Poor dude. Adrenaline Fiend. One or more adrenaline slots are filled. You gain a damage boost. What? That's so good! That's so freaking good. That's just insanely good. Okay, I gotta use the bathroom. We'll be right back. Thanks for bearing with me. I'm back. Might as well just walk. Where's the front door? Found it.
What can I tempt you with? This could come in very handy. You are wise. I hope to see you again soon.
I have to go. See you soon.
I want the horse to go fast.
Bold attack, and in broad daylight. The hatred that eats at that man must be ravenous.
What news, Hunwald?
We've learned that Herefrith rode for the fort at Annikastre following the massacre. I have assembled a field there. Quite a large one, in fact. They eagerly await your orders, Eivor.
You mean your orders, Elderman?
Ah, yes, that's right. My orders. Which are what, exactly?
Who can say? Ride with me to your camp and we'll find out together.
Herefrith was a friend of my father's and always so dear to me. I don't understand what possessed him.
He invoked the name of an ancient order before his men attacked. I know exactly what possessed him.
Do you?
It's not a story for now.
This will send waves of disgust through all the parishes of Mercia. Herefrith is a new and ugly stain on the bishopric.
Your Christ was an interesting man, if a little soft. But stranger still, I've met so few Christians like him.
Today has been a boon, Eivor. In spite of everything, I now know my father's spirit still burns within me. It's thanks to you I know this. When songs are sung of the day Lincolnshire was saved, your name will ripple through every stanza.
Don't be hasty, Hunwald. One verse of our song remains unsung. The din of battle beckons.
You pagans and your appetite for battle. I certainly don't share it. I worry what diabolical feast the bishop has in store.
Don't let that poxy bishop worry you. With Eivor beside us, he'll be victuals before long. How has Atcha taken all this? She and Herefrith were so close.
She must feel as though the devil himself attacked her monastery. The poor lady.
We spoke briefly. Her spirits were low, but her word carried on.
Here's the camp, do you see?
We are the men of Lincolnshire! Remember it! My ancestors fought with the old kings of Lindsey. It's for their memory we fight today.
Our warsmith has arrived. The Feards are ready to fight.
Chieftain Eivor, can we win this fight with the men you see assembled here?
If they fight with the bravery of double their number, we may.
And is there room in your Valhalla for a ferocious Swan?
Of course. Let fly your glorious banner.
Are we ready then?
We attack now. Ready to fight.
Our first task will be to breach the outer wall. Then we deal with the troops inside.
It's not a battle strategy, just how you attack a castle, my dude.
To me, holy warriors of Lincolnshire!
The best way to breach is with a battering ram. I should help it along.
Oh my god, we're getting slaughtered.
Shields up!
Well, try the explosion. Didn't do it. See what they did there. Can't hit it from the side.
God damn you!
The challenge should last. You, point me to the bishop. No one else need die today.
He's in the chapel there, hiding away. Scabrous coward.
Let no one leave that church without facing judgment.
How do we get in here?
Continue the work of God, my lord. Kill this pagan! You die.
One, two, brother.
That's enough!
Obsessus cum profeta Mosi imprecare mala magna que fecerat. Deus Mosi et Soniorum.
He didn't do a... Oh, okay, there it is.
I died the day I hid behind these rows, this cross. To bring the light of my order to a wider view, I debased myself. Clawed my way to the top of this common religion, full of common men. I should have lived as the ancient dead.
That's the folly of mankind, Herefrith. We wallow in our failures, like happy pigs in a sty of shit. You should have learned to enjoy it.
Cum magna voce latrari canes belli cubili exarsit.
Olive garment, pale linen cloak. Honor of his elevation to Magister, some of us have bestowed upon the lyre a fine garnet, dyed olive to match his eyes. The Tang insists on adding a pale cloak of the finest linen from the Western Isle. It's a lot of red. How many left? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Not a lot. Robes you wear are but a costume, a lure to win the people's trust. Think nothing of your soul or salvation, you have the truth. Shadows have dipped away, and now you see the light of the world. Take comfort in that. Kill all who impede you. That's true. From the Father. Methods are brash and your violence is brazen. In seizing control of the Shire by force, you will turn the people against the one institution that gives them hope. Desist and make no more noise in Lincolnshire. Draw no more attention to yourself and await further orders. Disobey means death. Oh, it's death. Give my bluntness, but I demand your aid. Oh, we've read this. Yeah, we read that a long time ago. Where's someone?
Eivor, is the bishop dead?
He bled too little and talked too much. Now he's gone.
I won't miss him. But Atcha will need some time to grieve.
God, this world is so beautiful. So beautiful.
Lincolnshire is yours to lead, Elderman. The hardest fight begins now.
The din of battle still rings in my ears. I think I now know what it means to be a leader.
Good.
I would ask a favor, if I could.
Name it.
As Elderman, my life may be a dangerous one. For a time, anyway. Would you allow my Swan burrow to take refuge in your settlement? At least until I feel all danger has passed.
We'd be happy to have her.
Thank you, my sturdy Norse berserker. The mead halls of my shire will be lonely without you stomping about.
Our people are bonded now. We must look out for one another.
Blast it. I am a horror with goodbyes.
It'll do for now. Now It seems the wind calls me back to Rambi. Best tell her the good news.
Eivor.
Lincolnshire is a friend to us.
Wonderful news. And who is our ally there?
The boy Hunwald is the new alderman of Lincolnshire, and he has sworn allegiance to us.
The loud one, an alderman? Well, should he ever wish to call for aid, he need only shout.
I want to see the Alliance map.
So we have 3 we can do. Another 2 need to come. Need to be available. It's the last 5.
I have received a unique summons from Nottinghamshire in the north. From your old friend, Vili.
Vili, a name I have not heard in 10 winters or more. How is he?
Well, it seems. Vili asked that you join him in...
A welcome invitation.
It is worth recalling that his father, Hemminger Jarl, would be a formidable ally. Will you...
What of Essex?
We received a summons from the Alderman and his Lady of Colchester, requesting you specifically for a matter of great secrecy.
Foreboding. And who is this alderman? One of King...
According to my scouts, he is a man who cares more for his own
I will leave at once.
An alliance in Essex would be invaluable, but go with caution.
Hey there, how are you?
Note from the Alderman of Shropshire. Eivor, things have settled in Shropshire. I can scarce believe all the worrying and grief we went through. Should you find yourself back in the Shire, please come for a visit. And Bishop Daeroth. Letter from Acha. Dear Eivor, the wolf-kissed of Ravensthorpe, I must confess further to the great sin and guilt I feel for having betrayed Hunwald and Swanborough. The Eldermancy is stable for now, however my heart is not. I regret my actions. However subtle, they enabled here first to spill the blood of our good yellow bellies upon the tiles of our Lord. I have so much love for you and respect. What you have endured unfairly, all of my prayers are directed at the light that shines through you and those you protect. Life is impossible, and I turn my eyes up to him. Faith.
Show me.
Let's clean up some order, people. Is there anything on the way? Come on, prompt up here.
Now the trolls take you.
I have seen a crown on a cleaning basin. There it was. I stole it, ran with it, hid it. Now maggots feast on it. I am certain. Let them rule old Albion.
We got nothing in the order? Really? It's 220. What level are we? 214. Almost there. Let's go assassinate him. In Oxenfordshire.
Trying to live his dream. But when do we bring in the harvest?
This is the first time I've seen a thunderstorm in this game, ever. I didn't know it could happen. Dewy day has dawned. Poor Peters peers in the pond. Hopes and wishes to see silvery swishes or fine slippery fins of fishes.
Who are you yelling at? I see no one.
My brother. He's right in there. A goblin turned him into a fish.
A goblin turned him into a fish.
He won't come out of the water to do his chores. Mom's gonna be so angry. Oh, whatever will I do? I've gotta get him out of that pond. It won't be easy. He's mean and slippery.
Is boiling with them.
My controller disconnected. No.
I am not convinced at all that your brother is under a goblin spell.
Keep fishing!
That's enough!
Stay in the bushes!
We've got all we need!
We don't have them yet, you pudding head!
Don't call me names!
Pudding head! Pudding head!
They're not gonna bite because I'm in the middle of the quest. Feels bad.
Your brother looks pretty healthy for a fish.
We thought it would be fun to get someone else to do the fishing for us.
So you fooled me.
And it worked. If you like, you could leave us the fish anyway. We'll swap them for brittle at the market.
Fuck you. Do I have to give it to him? I don't want to.
What? No fish? Ma, was wäre ich bitte?
cloak myself here.
Look at you, face like a stuffed beaver.
What quarrel have you with me?
None. I am but an observer of your sparrow-like weakness, and I wish to make it known in verse.
Flighting, then.
You understand.
I'll take you on. Happy to bet. Let's begin on your work.
I hope you're ready. Would you battle a dragon? Then challenge me not.
Oh, you're barely an insect, a fly that I'll swat.
Good! Keep it coming! I'm possessed of a strength that would scare off a bear.
You're possessed of a baldness that scared off your hair.
Great! I've the heart of a lion, the loins of a horse.
You've the brain of a donkey to challenge a nose.
A good one, that!
Let me end now by saying you think you're a beast. You declare you're the most, but I've found you're the least.
Huh. Sharp as an eagle's talons. You've earned your winnings today.
Where's the key? Oh, it's inside the place.
Go, my eyes.
There it is. Can we even get through here? Aha. This is the first one of these I've seen. Clever. How do we get down there, though? Oh. Vengeance of Thor. Hold right trigger to concentrate all your strength into unstoppable attack. The longer you hold, the more powerful the attack will become. Grandfather recalls when Oxenford was but a few yards where the river ran shallow. Herdsmen would come to drive their oxen to market. Now look, dwellings, an alehouse, fish houses. Someday we will be known throughout all Mercia for a fish. Bro, that's him. No, execute. Assassinate. There we go.
I was building a boat to carry my family to safety one day.
And what of the orphans you left behind? Do they get a boat?
A brigade of bastards. They are the only ones left ruling England. My people were of the Wiccan kingdom. Now we are ruled by Christ-beaten bastards.
Some laugh at his brownish locks, his goat-like beard, and wisps of hair upon his lip. The lyre feels deadly played. Two more titanium, we can upgrade something. There's a lot of stuff here, there is.
My turn!
Your doom comes! Spread out! We have this! With me, brother!
Work with me!
Let's strip the dog off!
Out of options!
Snickering away! There!
With me! Watch my lead! Suffer!
Watch my lead.
Die!
Ha!
Dead!
free this time. Strike with me. Just the thing.
I'm in the zone. No, no, no. Got it.
What can I get for you? This could be very useful. Seems like you're
I'll see you later, friend.
So we can't upgrade anything till we find an ingot.
Hey, what? Won't take long. Die! Get behind me, cat! You're gonna die!
Cleaned up this whole town, right? Yeah. I'm getting sidetracked. Investigate the fort at Thieves' Warren on top of the highest hill in all of Gloucestershire, north of Gloucestershire.
I've locked myself out.
This is your house.
I set my key down, only to watch it fall into the river. My name's Bron.
Hi, Bron.
Ah, a Dane. I have an object inside that you'd be interested in. The legendary horn of Ragnar Lothbrok.
You have Ragnar's horn. How can you know it was his?
You have me there, friend. I cannot be certain. It's a very old Dane horn. Help me into my house. You can judge for yourself.
Is he trying to rob these people? I think he's trying to rob these people. Given that he's carrying a lot of weapons. Oh, that's not an opening. That's just the top of the house? Wait, the texture didn't draw in? Okay. Great. Oh. There's a source of...
Give me a hand with this!
What is happening?
I'm curious to see this horn.
I hid it somewhere long ago. Forgive me, I can't recall just where. Help me search.
This place is a mess.
Well done, friend.
Finally got my hands on that damn locket. My first Idre. So pleased.
Ah! Look at that!
That's no horn.
Let me have a look.
Thief! You filthy Dane, get out of my house!
This man told me this house was his.
Have you any idea how important I am? I shall have you both flayed and hung from the city gates.
Friend, it's all a simple misunderstanding.
If you were deceived, Dane, you'll return my biblo and help me kill this villain.
Here is your item. Bron here is a liar and a thief. He deserves what he gets.
No!
Huh?
You're going down!
Why do you just say no?
So much for him.
You've helped me, Dane. I will not send you before the magistrate for robbery. I trust you are grateful.
What a dick.
I regret only that I did not hear the battle song of Ragnar's horn.
We made the wrong choice.
I spoke with him again. He said that he pined, and I feel torn in two. My loyalty to him tears me one direction, and the Nephilim point elsewhere. Why hath these voices spoken to me? The Gospels sing within me, and yet I sense conflict. I sense disagreement among the angels. It saddens me greatly. I will one day weigh my soul, attempt penance, attempt to repent for the missteps in my life. Yet here, all shineth brightest, for he let me see.
That's like 3/4 of it right there. Aha. Oh, that's gotta be it, right? What is happening, dude? Nice.
Such odd energies, lying here unseen. Something is wrong. Foul. Cursed. That's better. Need to be careful here.
Only those touched may pass through Bella Snap and venture onward towards spoken. I just did. Oh, did I not grab the other key when I was down there? Didn't hold the Y button long.
Easy now. Something's not right.
Where's this fucking key?
Show me what lies ahead.
And you can't use the raven because they put trees in the way. First tomb key. God damn it. The Morgan's Guard. It's the Thieves' Warren. So, I think after we get this clue, I'm gonna call it a night. Because I've been, kind of in the zone, not talking, just like collecting chests and shit. So what am I looking for again? Who are we even going after? Thieves Warren atop the highest hill. Yeah. Come on, horsey.
I must be careful now.
Shoot the rat down! Makes you bleed! Take this! You'll be in pieces! Let's squash you! You'll be a puddle! Have a safe flight!
my god. How do we get in here?
Cautious around here.
Oh, not on the roof either. I truly do not understand. So many of them.
Back, don't make me angry.
Tungsten! Needed this for so long. Found my way in. Oh, it got upgraded already. Nice. Can charge up twice for the ultimate attack. The Vellum. It can be found in a house overgrown with vegetation near the dock in Gloucestershire. Jost Ernbart, the Vellum. Ernbart is a meticulous man, careful about all he undertakes and rigorous about his work. Trained as a scribe, he came into possession of some remarkable documents indicating that a secret order existed among his countrymen. He sought them out and was soon brought to the order himself. Precision has served him well. He soon rose to the rank of Priost and is given the most difficult assignments and scrupulously executes them. Take all your instructions from Ianbert. I do not understand his reasons, but be certain to address him as the Vellum during the mission, or he'll tan your very hide. Find the man working as a scribe in a house covered in weeds along Gloucestershire's docks. No sign, he'll know you. Let's finish looting.
They will attack on sight here.
For the keys.
I need your eyes, my friend.
So help me God, I will Google it. Aha. It's 2 tungsten ingots. I'm not gonna waste any time. We're gonna go to the beacon, we're gonna execute this guy, we're gonna end stream.
I should not be seen in this area. Okay. Grab the viewpoint so we can fast travel.
That reminds me.
There he is. Nice.
If an evil man brings you biscuits, do you give them to your children?
I would not let good food go to waste.
I would let my children starve. A serpent's gift will always end in malice.
Sweet from evil remains sweet, even if it crumbles quickly in their hands.
Vice is calling attention to himself again, dear Vellum. No good can come from overzealousness. Next time you visit Yervashir, speak to him clearly. Ah. Vice is calling. So if we kill this dude, we should unmask this dude. Who do we just kill? Janbert is a meticulous man, careful about all he undertakes and rigorous about his work. Trained as a scribe, he came into possession of some remarkable documents indicating that a secret order existed. Oh, we did read this. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna call it here. Tomorrow, we'll take out this guy. Unmask this dude. How many do we have left? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And taken out almost all of the order members. We have a lot of zealots left though. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I guess it's even. 10 and 11. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream. We'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching.